The user is wearing one EMG sensor on one of his shoulder muscles in this demonstration. He is represented by the red dot, and the reference path that he has to follow is the black dot. The robot, if undisturbed, if not interacting with a user, will follow the neutral path, and that's the black circle. The user is instructed to deviate the robot from its neutral path into the reference path, and that's the blue ellipse. There is a preset resistance to go from the neutral path, the circle, into any other path, for example, the blue path. So the user is experiencing a workload when he deforms the circle into the ellipse. Separately, we have programmed a set of preferences for muscular efforts. In this case, there's only one muscle, but in other experiments, we can use several muscles, up to 6, and we can set relative percentages of desired muscle efforts. And this can respond to, for example, training needs or therapeutic needs. And I will pause the recording for a little bit. If we have an injured muscle, we may want to de-emphasize that muscle. If we want to train a muscle, we want to emphasize that muscle, and we give it a higher percentage of desired activation. So these percents for every one of the muscles that we are using are entered into the software, into the robot. And then, as we can see in the video, the system is hunting for the best or the adequate ellipse orientation to use until it converges, and that happens when we have achieved that balance in the muscular effort distribution. We've been able to demonstrate that for different users, and they come with different constitutions, different fitness levels, and different tolerance to fatigue, they converge to ellipses in different orientations. And also these convergence ellipses are also of course depending on the weights that we want. So if we want a series of or a specific balance between the muscles, we may end up with an ellipse at some inclination or some orientation, but for a different set of weights it may be a completely different path. So this demonstrates a kind of personalized machine discovered optimal exercise modality.